So today I'm gonna try to fix my Newmar mud flap. As you can see, the exhaust, this is all done by the previous owner, but the exhaust has melted it, and it's bent, and the previous owner sat the motorhome down on it when he let the air out. So I'm going to try to correct all those issues with it and maybe shorten it up a little bit because I think it's a little bit too long. So what I'm doing is I'm taking each one of these screws out, and rather than bore you with that, I'll just show you when I have all these screws removed. Okay, so I got all the nuts and bolts out of there and separated this piece here from the bottom. You can see how bent it is. And then you have the chrome piece and then the rubber backing, and we'll see what we can do to try to fix this up. Okay, now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this metal piece off and try to straighten it out, if you can see how bent that is. The other side is pretty straight, so I'll let you know when I get it off. So I have this piece here pretty much straight, or straighter than it was, and it looks like I can take a few inches off the bottom of this to give it a little bit more clearance under the RV. You can see here where the exhaust melted the rubber there. I did notice that this piece is sandwiched with steel plate, and this one just had a single one. Maybe that's why it's bent, so I may have to reinforce that with something. But so I'll continue and I'll let you know how it goes. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to clean this rubber piece, and then I'm going to set the Newmar stainless steel over the top and then screw it down, and then I'll use that as the straight edge to cut the bottom section off. I'll get back to you when that's done. Okay, so what I've done is I've lined up the Newmar stainless steel over the rubber. I've screwed down the bottom so I can use it as a straight edge, and I'm going to cut down with a razor knife. I'm going to cut down around that and cut this rubber part off the bottom. So as you can see, I'm just taking the razor knife, just cutting along this and then peeling it up. Okay, so we're back at it. What I've done is I've fitted the stainless steel sheet so that I could round the edges off to make it look a little bit more streamlined. And I've used the stainless steel to cut my straight edge. As you can see, the stainless steel is a little bent and scratched from the previous mounting. What I'm going to attempt to do is try to brace it up a little bit with these pieces of flat aluminum, and if that proves to be too difficult, I may not go with that plan and may just go with it as is, but as of right now, that's what my plan is. So now I'm going to remove this plate, and I'm going to fit the rest of the holes and see if I can make that aluminum work, and I'll get back to you when I'm done with that. It's getting dark now, so I just wanted to show you before it got too dark to see what I'm doing. Is I'm basically just taking that aluminum, flat piece of aluminum, and I'm sandwiching the stainless steel and the rubber. That way it holds the stainless steel down flat on there. Using these strips, I'm going to try to button all that up, and I'll get back to you when there's a little bit better light, and I'll go over the whole process again on how I shortened this and trimmed it, and I'll mount it on the motorhome so you can see it. Okay, the rock guard is all trimmed up and mounted. Show you the back. How I use the strips of aluminum to brace it up a little bit. There still is some flex in it. It's not completely rigid. I'm going to mount it on the back of the motorhome, and then I'll show you what it looks like mounted. Okay, so I got it all mounted up. As you can see, it's still pretty low. If you can tell here, it's mounted on a chain, and I still may need to remove a link of the chain, but I'm going to hold off on that because one, the Dutch Star doesn't have any air in its airbags right now, so it's sitting really low, and two, the back of our, or this side of our concrete slab slopes up a little bit, so if this was level, it would probably be a good inch or two off the ground. If you look back here, you can see flat pieces of aluminum. We'll see how that works going down the road. Please feel free to comment and let me know if there's anything different that I should do, or if you have a better way of doing it.